It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. With about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
This defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Mon now off of play action. Flushed out right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the Bills are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Allen. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Allen going to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Allen off the play fake. Steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my own college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Mon. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. And they go play action here. Mon. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, Mon. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll run again. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Allen taking it himself, and he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They give it to Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen rolling to his right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown! From 10 yards out, and the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the numbers here don't lie. According to the next-gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Mond looks to throw on 1st down.
Being chased out left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
On the toss, here's Nwangu.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff right side to Nwangu.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook,
his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And got his man complete.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
Looking for Beasley, got him on the slant.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
Allen now on the sneak.
There's no doubt the 2nd and 1 is a time when teams like to take a big shot downfield and try and pick up a big play. In this case, they're content running just the quarterback sneak and getting exactly what they wanted, a first down.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Allen taking it himself, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Josh Allen, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 2.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Setting up the screen for Cook.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for the Bills touchdown.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll buy some time right.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Mond looks to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
16 more on that one and another 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing is Allen on third.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook
with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
Cook, they'll try and run it.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show, because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Touchdown, Bills! Gabriel Davis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mon now off of play action.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat now and run the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now Anderson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Runs through the contact. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 33 yards. And the Bills get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Mond. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mond. Incomplete. Right side to Cook. Bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Mond.
Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Joseph Osai.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen rolling to his right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
To throw is Perkins.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turnovers,